can they accept a proposal to be a wife without a wedding ceremony and no court involvement, immediate family, and the pastor only? Which matters more, the wedding for the day or be a wife for life? Yeah. Okay, so I'll start with you on this one. But yeah, would you get married, but no, but there's not gonna be no court, so there's no fucking money issues. There's not gonna be no wedding because it's not because you're trying to just dress up and have pretty wedding pictures. You're literally marrying this guy just because you really just want to be this guy's fucking wife. Would you do that?
I did do that.
You did do that.
I did do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so was that the guy you're not with anymore though?
Mm-hmm.
So
that
it
would be
didn't
my
work out.
ex-husband.
So
It did not work out. No.
would you do it again?
Um, to an extent. I don't need like an extravagant something, but I didn't have any celebration whatsoever. I didn't even have a proposal. We were just like, hey, you want to get married? Yeah, cool, let's do it. And then he left the country 3 months later. So don't marry a
Wasn't it-
Nigerian man.
Oh, Nigerians holding it.
We all
Oh,
say no.
Sika. Oh no. What about you?
I've always said that I really could do without a wedding, but the honeymoon would have to be extravagant.
Okay, that's a good. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. Either that or the house has to be extravagant. Is that 30 grand that you would have spent on the wedding? Better be a
Right.
down payment on a house or something. What about you?
I've always been one to just be like, we can just go to the courthouse.
Yeah, just get it done.
Yeah.
What about you?
With me, I've actually thought about this, not recently, but like just been thinking about it. With marriage in general, like I've always thought I would rather have a small wedding and like just focus on using all that money for our honeymoon. So in that case too, like what did they say at the beginning?
Well,
Yeah, like I wouldn't need anything big like a wedding ceremony. I honestly like with all the paperwork, to me that's like the last thing I want to think about.
Yeah.
Because that's like an even bigger deal.
Yeah.
Especially with the government and everything, like they're just controlling your marriage. That's just.
Yeah, guys. I don't know what everybody's opinion is on prenups at this table, but I want y'all to know prenups are not fucking bad at all. They're actually very biblical. Prenups are something that everybody should fucking do, and the reason why is because it's better for y'all to decide together with your own lawyers than it is for some fucking asshole sitting on a fucking chair deciding that has no relation to either of you. So like fuck that. Like you should always fucking decide beforehand because fuck the court system. Like it's never gonna work out doing that shit. I gotta ask, kind of playing into that, money and stuff. Do y'all care about a guy's like 401k, IRA, HSA? Is that something that you like? Does he need to be on his grind when it comes to savings and stuff? Like for you to take him seriously?
Yes, because I take mine seriously, so I want someone that takes theirs equally as seriously, especially if like we're gonna grow old together and like want to retire, and I think you kind of need to have that backup so you're not working until you're 85 years old.
Yeah, like our parents right now retiring can retire with $2 million and they'll be fine because there's like a math equation that you can do to see when you can retire and how much money you'll need and stuff. But for our generation, we're gonna need 6 to 7 million. Like, and that's just because of how inflation is and stuff like that. It's gonna get fucking bad. And most people, you have to be maxing out your 401k at $20,000 a year for you to be able to do that right now. Most people are not maxing their 401ks at $20,000 a year to get that 6-7 million in 30 years. Most people are not. What about you? Do you care about those things for those guys?
Yeah, because you just never know what can happen in a relationship on either parties, and somebody has to be able to pick the other one up, if they fall.
Just in case. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, what she just said, you never know what's going to happen, like the whole scamming thingy and doughboys and stuff like that, that can't last forever, and you can't set up savings and stuff if you do it right, but you can't set up savings and stuff like that, so somebody has to be able to pick up the slack if you don't have it.
What about you?
I agree. My dad was always the main one to tell me like always have money just in case something happens. So the fact that that's already like my mindset, I can't be with someone who doesn't see for their future, that's not already thinking about stuff like that.
Yeah,
you
and
literally never know.
this is what I mean by the 10% thing. Like I coach guys all the time. No guys have these things. Like no guys have 401ks, IRAs, HSAs. Like a lot of them aren't doing it unless they're like older, or they're like in a really good financial situation. That's why I say it's really hard to find these guys. Y'all gotta look really hard for them. One of the big things that Sika, shout out to you, Sika, the Call Me Good's the guy that recruits some of y'all tonight, and some of my other recruiters and the other guys part of our team. We go to charity events, political events, networking events, and we like to take the girls because that's where y'all find guys that are on this type of purpose. A lot of y'all don't know where to go sometimes, like in real life and stuff. So if y'all are ever interested, slide into Sika's DMs. He'll let y'all know whenever we go to another event. Because yeah, that's where you find guys that actually aren't like fuck boys, and like actually know what they want, care about their future and shit. Yeah, it's really hard. I feel bad for y'all. Another tip, just so y'all know, if you would ever want to do this, you can work under the guy that you would want to be with. Like, say you're the type of girl where you've always wanted to be with a doctor. You should get into nursing. You should get into some type of work that works under a doctor, so you have more chances of meeting a doctor and being like and having your chance of like pursuing that. I guess you could say. Or like a lawyer, become a fucking paralegal. Always just go into whatever field they're in. I guess you could say. Let me think. What was my next one? Let's do. Do y'all care about a guy who wears rapper wear or business suits? Which one? Would you rather have the guy that's dressing super nice or, gangster? You can also say both because sometimes y'all just want a guy that can kind of do both. He can do both sides.
I mean, I've dated both. I've been with both. But I think in the long run, like if I'm looking for someone that I want to marry and build a life with and like a successful life with, I'm going to want someone that also exudes that from the outside and shows that from the outside. So someone that dresses a little bit nicer, even if it's just like a casual nice, not necessarily rapper wear. Though, to me, that is a front, and any guys that I've ever messed with like that are either drug dealers or pimps. So
especially if it's like the expensive clothes, like all the Gucci and shit like that.
Yeah, especially if they wear Gucci, they're probably full of shit.
Yeah. So that's another thing we talk about a million times all the time on this fucking show. Guys peacock, guys.
Yeah.
So what that means is like they fucking sit there in front like they have money when they don't. They could be fully in debt, but they fucking have all the fucking Gucci on, And like this is something that guys do because it's really easy to get girls. It's really easy to get sex by peacocking, by acting like you're something. You can't be fooled. This is why it's really good to have men in your life that help you because we see that shit and immediately know he's a broke bitch. But y'all see a lot of women see that shit and they're like, oh, he's cool or this or like he has money. And it's like no, he's probably in debt over that.
Destiny, I'm pretty sure you get a lot of that.
Yeah, she sees those guys all the time. All those tricks, huh?
Tricking, throwing money and shit like that.
Call it out all the time.
All the time. Yeah, but those are the guys that you make good money off of too, though. What about you, though? Like, which one of the style wears would you like?
It has to be a balance. Like, you got to be able to dress it up and make it real for me, but you also got to be able to, like, put that shit on too. So, yeah.
Both. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going to have to say both, like what she said. And then again, like, even if a guy just dresses regular, say it's not name brands. Or, no, we're going to say this. If you've got all this Gucci on, I need your car, I need your house, I need your finances to match.
To make sure it matches. 1,000%, yeah.
And I respect it more.
Another thing, I actually learned this from, I used to be friends with a lot of strippers. I learned this from one of them. She told me that if a guy wears 2 different brands, like, say, like, he has, like, a Burberry belt on, but then, like, a Gucci hat. Like, that's just so goofy, It's just, like, at least wear matching, kind of, if you're going to wear those things. Like, kind of match it together. Yeah?
I'd rather the same brand.
Yeah, it needs to be all the same. Yeah. Well, you're going to get made fun of. You could wear the separate shit, but be prepared to get made fun of for it.
Hey y'all, Sergio here. I just want to mention I've created a completely free guide that shows you exactly how I went from having low confidence and being painfully awkward around women to easily meeting and dating numerous high quality desirable women in real life without the use of any dating apps or social media. So if you're struggling to get out there, if you have approach anxiety or don't know what to say or how to interact with women to make them want you and are sick of using dating apps with low value girls that hundreds of other guys have been chatting with, click the link in the description below to grab your free guide right now. And if you want private mentorship with me personally to help guide you every step of the way in this process, check out my mentorship program in the description too. I would be happy to help you reach your dating goals and overcome any obstacle you may face. And trust me, if I can do it, you can do it too. I hope to see you soon. Peace out.